I'm gonna give you guys the best brawler for every rank map there is. Also, the timestamp for every rank map is in the description, so you can check out any specific map you want. So let's just start with the video. Starting with Brawl Ball, we have Snaky Fields. It's a pretty aggressive map, so if you don't have the last pick, always make sure you have something that can counter the last pick. Maybe like Surge, Griff, like always have something. And if you have the last pick, you can always try out to surprise your enemy with brawlers like Sade and Ali if they don't have any Wall Breaker or Grass Destroyer. Brawlers like most two series are all often forgotten by players. You can always pick them because they don't have any hard counters and you're gonna have a really good time. Alright, moving on to the next map, we have Triple Dribble, and it's the only like map of Brawl Ball that where throwers can be really useful. That's why I put up Willow in the last pick. You can always have a good time because the middle walls are unbreakable, so your throwers still gonna have advantage even if the other walls are broken. So always keep in mind to play something that can counter last pick Willow, maybe like Stu or something. You can play even fifth pick Larian, Lori or Barley. But yeah, on to the third map we have Pinball Dreams. Again, same thing as much. You can even play throwers here at the last pick. If you do not have the last pick and you have the first pick, always make sure to have some kind of wall break because you can get trapped here in this map very easily. And as you can see in all of the three maps that we've seen, the first pick and the last picks are always almost the same, and it's gonna be same throughout the whole video because these brawlers are just so good. Onto the fourth map of Brawl Ball, we have Center Stage. This is a grass heavy map. Again, in the last pick, you can again play here Sade and Ellie, confusing the enemy. Like, not confuse the enemy, surprising the enemy, because people don't often think about that. They never go grass break. So if you have the first pick, always make to use something like Brave or Surge. And if both are banned, you can still use something like Otis, Ruffs, or even Scoop. And, you know, just be careful. Onto the fifth map and the final map of Brawl Ball, we have this Spiraling Out. It's a new map in this season, only for this season. It's kind of a weird map. Oriko is really good on here. See, now there are two, you either play on the left side of the map or right side of the map most of the time. I would try to take the ball to the right side of your map, so it's easier to score from the right side and create pressure. We're done with Brawl Ball, so let's move on to Gem Grab. Starting with Hard Rock Mine, it's always nice to have a first pick on this map because there are so many brawlers like 8-bit, Nori, Star Nova, Max, and enemy cannot ban them all, so you're always gonna end up with a strong first pick. So if you have a last pick, make sure to have something like S or Bolt or Damien, you know, that just can go in and get the gems from the enemy gem carrier. And S is very underrated on Gem Grab. He's used much on high rank, but on people on low rank don't use him, but you should try it, and he's really good on last pick. Moving on to the next map, we have Double Swoosh. Again, pretty strong map, of aggressive map. If you don't go any wall break or grass destroyer, enemy can pick up Ellie last pick, which will be really annoying to deal with. So you can always pick up a S even on fifth pick. And Bolt, watch out for Bolt. So if you want to counter Bolt, you can play always like Otis or Gale. I have not put the Gale in here, but you can always play Gale. For the third map, we have Jamford, and this map is very annoying because if you lose the control of the center, you are done. You cannot move up the center, so maybe you can play wall break. So it's up to you, not necessary that you have to play wall break. But brawlers like Rico is very strong, of course. Always make sure to use Vision Gear on this map. It's really helpful. Onto the fourth map, we have Undermine, and this is a long range map. So brawlers like 8-bit and Pierce on the mid are really good. If you play brawlers like Griff and such, which can be really good, please make sure to break up the middle wall of your side so you can comfortably, you know, be a gem carrier. And also you can always play something like Max paired up with S, and that combo is just broken. The last map of Gem Grab, we have Rustic Arcade. Again, a more long range map, so you can even play brawlers like Piper and Byron here, even for the mid. But of course, 8-bit Pures are gonna be one of the best long range brawler. Again, you can play Max. Since this is an open map, brawlers like close range brawlers might struggle a little bit. So all you need to do is watch out for lane, and if you're the gem carrier, people from the other lane will be also shooting at you, so watch out for that as well. And we are done with gem grab here, so let's move on to bounty. So starting with dry season, it's always a map where if you have the lead, you can just sit behind the walls and the enemy will be pressured. So maybe playing a brawler that can get to the blue star will be always helpful, like Kaze, even Mortis or Edgar. Will be really helpful. If you're not playing for a blue star, then you need to have brawlers that can break wall and go into the enemy base, so keep that in mind. And moving on to the next map, we have Shooting Star. Pretty open map again. Blue star is always important in bounty, so you can play brawlers like Kaze or stuff, but not much important. Pretty much it's a very long range map, except for the mid. You can play like Grey or something. You sit behind a wall, hit a Grey pool in the mid, and on the lanes you can just play snipers like classic bounty. Onto the third map, we have Layer Cake. Now this is a very aggressive bounty map, so if you don't have the last pick, always make sure to go wall break, whether it's Grey or Brock or anything like Piper, even Piper Super. Of course, Brock is the best. Even here, you can first pick even Meeple and stuff, even though I have not put it in first pick, but you can definitely do. You can even play Surge and stuff. You can play Sade last pick, Ellie last pick. Like, this map is very aggressive and you need to watch out for the enemy. Moving on to the fourth map of Bounty, it is Hideout. Pretty long range map again, but you can play brawlers like 8-bit or Star Nova and just sit behind a wall on the enemy side. So if you don't want that, you can go wall breaker yourself. Glowy on this map can be really good. If you just play Glowy and sit in the wall, beside the wall, having the lead, it's really hard for the enemy to push back. So yeah. With that done, we are done with bounty, and let's move on to heist. Starting with heist, for some reason this season has 6 heist map, but I'm gonna go through them very quickly. Starting with safe zone, we have pretty much a long range map. Always watch out for a Penny that can just, get those supers and sit behind that unbreakable wall and just get off it. You have Chuck, of course, and Miko. Always, I'm not gonna speak much about this, but always make sure to have 2 DPSs and a defense. Moving on to the next map, we have Safer Zone. I'm not gonna say anything because it is exactly the same map, same brawlers, the same way you play it. So, let's move on to the third map directly. We have Bridge to Far, a map I don't really like. You can play brawlers that can hover over water cell like Angelo and even Ellie just to counter enemy brawlers. You need to win your lane on this map, or the other thing you can do is double stack on other lanes. So let's say they have a Otis and you are a Kaze, you can just ignore the Otis and double side on one lane because you have more DPS than Otis, so just ignore him, win the other lane, push to the highest map. There are many ways you can play this. On to the fourth map, we have Kaboom Canyon, a very OG map. Of course, you can play brawlers like Pro and stuff, and for this map you can even play brawlers like Finks and defense. I would always like to break the middle wall of your side so you can go into the center with 3 lanes while the enemy have to play in 2 lanes, and you can create pressure, but it's up to you how you play. Finally, we have Hot Zone, pretty aggressive map. Most people always break the center. If you want on this map, you can all you do is play Miko, Kaze or PB, and you can just walk from the right side or the extreme left side and completely ignore the enemy. Like, don't even bother if someone is fighting, someone is in low health, just go to the high save and get that DPS. Of course, try to dodge if someone is shooting at you. And last map of heist, we have Pit Stop. This map can be really annoying. If people can play brawlers like Sade and stuff. On this map, throwers are really, really good. Like, if enemy doesn't have any wall break or stuff, if you play Barry or Barley, so it can do insane damage. Nita is a really good defense brawler even on the last map, so keep that in mind. Starting with the Hot Zone Dueling Beetles, the brawler you play across all the Hot Zone maps are pretty much the same. So yeah, so first pick you can have a lot of options: No Research, Star Nova, Lu, Max. Like, you cannot go wrong with anything. If you have the first pick, always make sure to have something of a wall break. Either it's 2 wall break or anything, just in case you get spawn trapped by them. On to the next map, we have Open Business. It's literally the same, almost the same as Dueling Beetles, maybe a little different on how you play, but yeah. And also watch out for enemy playing like uh, Grey Duck Cheese. You can play Frank to stop them or Griff, uh, but always keep an eye on that. We have Ring of Fire, which is a long range map. So in here, 8-bit is really good. Peers, always make sure not to play in the center and go through the lanes. I always see players just trying to play in the center. If you're struggling, enemies are pushing in, then one of the players at least need to go in the lane and pressure them. Onto the map of Parralel Plays, which I really hate, and also the last map of Hot Zone. We have like, I mean, I don't know what you can play here. Like, you can play Surge and stuff. You can always watch out for brawlers like Juju and Willow because they can be played here as well. It's just very synergy map. Like, you need synergy with your teammate, who to defend, who to attack. Yeah, just watch out for that. And finally, we are into knockout. Starting with Bellstroke, a very classic map. Rico is very strong here right now. Watch out for last picks like Sprout and stuff, so always make sure to have a wall break if you are on the first pick side. Bolt can be really annoying, and check out for cheesy comps like Bolt and Kit or Mortis or Kit. People tend to use that. Gray is a really good brawler. You can hit those pools, you're always gonna win. Moving on to Flaring Phoenix, this map is a little chaotic. I won't say it's chaotic, but you need to play this nicely. So I would always suggest if you use Vision Gear, if you're playing brawlers like Jean or Piper or something, it's really helpful. Onto the third map, we have New Horizons. Pretty good map. If you don't have the last pick, go for a wall break. If you have the last pick, you can play brawlers like, Damien and Edgar just and destroy them. There are a lot of brawlers you can play on this map if you open up the maps, like Nadia, RT and stuff. So yeah. And finally, we have out in the open. If you have the first pick, I would always go Brock if you can, because if you can open up the map on your side, the walls, it's so easy to play. But if you don't, you can still play other wall breakers like Nani and stuff that can break walls with their super, and it should still be fine. Or you can just play Angelo and play above the water. But yeah, that's it. That's all the rank map. Thanks if you watch until the end. Comment something. I will let me know that you watched it till the end. And I'll see you guys later. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe. And bye.